Winners, losers queue, it doesn't exist. As far as we know, we have no proof of it actually existing. What we do have proof of is that mathematically, you are a greater percentage of the lobby. So if you are confident because you're winning games, you are more likely to carry games because you're confident. If you're losing games, you're more likely to lose because you're tilted and therefore go into loser's queue, okay? Loser's queue is self-imposed. Now, I have a couple of other suspicions as well. You could take a coin and flip it 5 times in a row or 10 times in a row, and you'll find it's way more streaky than you think it would be, okay? That's how odds work. For some reason, the human brain thinks that 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. It doesn't work like that at all. It is very normal to go in streaks. Now, you could make a good argument that it feels like, at least in Overwatch 2, that you go in winners or losers streaks more often. I have definitely noticed that to be the case a little bit, although my sample size is very small. That's another thing you have to consider. We don't have... So my suggestion, although I don't have a lot of proof behind this, is my first suspicion is that Overwatch 2 doesn't adjust your MMR as fast as Overwatch 1. If anybody who's played Overwatch 1 remembers, if you lost 3 games in a row, you were down about 100 SR. And that's a significant dip. Okay, we're talking about Masters 5 to Masters 4, right? Or Masters 4 to Masters 5, excuse me. So what I'm suspicious of, I might be totally wrong, is that Overwatch 2 does not adjust your MMR very quickly. Maybe it does it once every 10 games. Maybe it doesn't even adjust your MMR until you've replaced after 7 wins or 20 losses. So what that means is that, let's say you're playing really well, the games don't get harder, even though you've won 4 in a row, 5 in a row. The games stay at the same MMR until you place again. Or if you're playing really poorly, let's say you're on a really bad loss streak, you're tilted or whatever, and you don't deserve to be where you belong with how you're playing, you don't lose 150, 200 SR immediately. You stay at the same MMR, even though you're tilted for 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 games in a row. That's my suspicion. I don't have any proof of it. I don't know, but I feel like if that's one thing to blame, it might be that. It's $1. Thank you for the sub. So what I would be curious is to see if that is indeed the case. The MMR changes after every game. Okay, well then I don't know what to tell you. If MMR changes after every single game, then it's gonna have to be self-fulfilling prophecy with being more confident or less confident after wins or losses. Maybe the MMR doesn't change enough, because MMR changing after every game, it could be changed 1 SR technically, right? Let's say you win a game at 2600 SR, right? You could win a game and go to 2601 SR, and that there's no dramatic jumps. So that doesn't necessarily that's good to know, but that still doesn't necessarily disprove my point. I'm not defending it because I'm right or wrong. I would want to know, how much does the MMR change after every game? How much? We don't know. And as long as they don't tell us, then people are going to be like conspiracy theory about it. The thing about the old SR system is you didn't have, like, MMR and SR weren't the same, but you had a better visual representation of where you actually were. There's a lot more going on behind the curtain with the current SR system. We also know that it's a lie. They told us initially that wins and losses solely affect your rank up system, but you can go winner, you can be finish positive multiple placements in a row and still your rank won't go that up. So I don't know how it works. They say the stat-based system doesn't work, but then they don't provide enough information about what we need to do, and that's where a lot of these conspiracy theories come out. Because I'm in between. I agree with you. I don't like this new rank system. It's stupid. Right now I'm on tank, and I've only had the time. I don't have time to play the game very much. I'm very busy, so I only have placed twice on tank, and yet it's going to take me another 40 games to actually find out what my true rank is. I don't have time for that. And I also don't know what my actual SR is, because every time the season restarts, I go back again, and I'm like, well, what SR am I actually at? I'm technically Plat 1 as tank, playing in Masters lobbies every game, and absolutely doing and competing, not just getting carried, but competing. So what rank am I? You know, people don't like that. That's we can call out the game for being an unfun design, but at the same time, the people are like, oh, losers queue, winners queue, conspiracy, elo hell. Yeah, screw off. Get good. I've still to this day have never found somebody that was in a rank that they didn't belong. I've never found that. I've seen people that were like Masters 5 that looked like they were Masters 3 and vice versa, but the SR discrepancies are usually very minor. If you're good, you're going to climb. it just might not be as fun